Please excuse my writing. I can't stop my hands from shaking. 'Cause I'm cold and alone tonight.
Hi guys!
Hi.
Okay, we did not plan this shit.
I told her to wear.
Excuse the language.
I told her to wear a different shirt because we were in our school uniforms, and this is what happened.
It was the
Look,
first
see, this-
shirt on the
Wait, it's
pile.
this side. This is Brisbane International tennis, and that's state soccer. So very different things. Today, in case you couldn't tell by the title, we're telling you guys how to survive school.
And don't just go. Will not work.
So if you live in Australia, then you've most likely just finished your first week back at school for the year. And if it's anything like our experience, it was horrible. So we're going to give you some little tips and tricks and just general advice on how to get past school. Here we go. Number one, and probably one of the most important ones when it comes to assignment work, is to use SparkNotes. Now, if you don't know what SparkNotes is, it's basically this website that was created by God.
Literally.
It has, it's basically for if you're doing like scripts or books or whatever kind of study in English, and you want to have a chapter summary, or you want to know some of the themes or whatever, like some of the things that you don't understand. Or if you're studying Shakespeare, I found it really good when we had an assignment on him, because they have an entire section of their website that is dedicated to Shakespeare. So that includes like a modern translation of the script, scene summaries, act summaries, what all the different themes and everything in the scene is, and it just generally helps with the play. So definitely use SparkNotes.
Don't copy.
Write it into your own words, but definitely use SparkNotes for novel studies and script studies.
The next one is, listen, pay attention. It did not work last year when we didn't pay attention. It was
No, it didn't.
stupid. Oh my god.
Number 3, if you absolutely have to and you are stuck in an exam, just wing it. If it's multiple choice, pick one that you think is right or seems the furthest from wrong,
What
and
is
just
it?
go for it.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah, like if it's...
There's usually 4, so you've
Yeah,
got
there's
25% chance of getting
like-
it right. Wiki and Yahoo. Wikipedia, that is. Do not use it. Do not use it. Anyone can go on there and write whatever the hell they wanted on there, and it's not good. It is pretty much don't do it.
You're also not allowed to in most high schools. So.
Yeah, that too.
Number 5, make sure you actually do the revision and homework that your teachers set you. We know it's annoying. We've been given a bunch of homework on our first day from maths, which is just the best, but we're still going to do it. And when it
Already
comes,
done it.
Yeah, well, I'm almost finished. When it comes to it, you got to do your homework so that you actually know, your teachers know that you understand it, and it also helps you to understand it. And particularly when it comes to an exam, you need to revise, because otherwise you're not going to pass. Whereas if you revise, you're more likely to get a high mark, which is what you want. So definitely revise and do homework, even though it's annoying.
Ask for help. I personally never used to do it. Ever. Used to help.
And now
ask
she does
for
all
help.
the time.
I did get good grades, I must admit. I don't know what good grades were back then. But ever since I've asked for help, my grades have been 10 times better.
The next one is don't rush. Even if it seems easy, take your time and read the question properly. Because I've done this, she's done this, everyone's done it. You've been like, oh yeah, this is going to be super easy, I'm just going to get through this in 5 minutes, and you haven't read the question and then you get it wrong, or you don't give your best response. Take your time to read the question, think about what it's asking you, and then write out the best answer that you can.
And always back up your answer.
Always
back
use
it up.
evidence.
Always.
Most important thing you can do. Always have evidence.
Take time off. Seriously, take time off and have breaks in between studying. All that other jazz.
Yeah, don't go
break.
to school for 6 hours and come home and do study for 2 hours because you'd be brain dead.
Yeah.
Like, actually take a break, but not a long one. Like, don't go on YouTube for 5 hours and then...
Yeah. Yeah. Take your own advice.
Don't go on YouTube for like 5 hours and then not come back to your homework and then freak out the next morning because it's due later that day. Take a small break, watch 1 or 2 videos, and then get back on there and finish your homework or your study. The next thing is don't leave things until the last minute. I have done this, and it was very, very stressful. If you know you have an assignment due in 3 weeks, do not leave it until the last night to finish it.
And if you know you're going away and you know your assignment is due after you go away and you're not going to be there, put it in early. Put it in early. Otherwise, you're going to get pretty crap grades.
Yeah.
Hand in drafts. Seriously, guys, hand in drafts. It is so helpful. So goddamn helpful. I think we in SOS they don't know what SOS is, I don't think.
Well, if you do know what SOS is, if you don't, it's basically like all of the humanities subjects mixed together. So you've got a bit of geography, history, all that stuff.
Yes, it helped. We done it last year. We put in, I don't know, 2 or 3.
I think I had 3 drafts for that last summer.
I had 2. Yeah, and we got good grades and half a goddamn mark.
Okay, we have this thing where in every single subject I beat her by half a mark, and or she beats me by half a mark. We're always half a mark. There's always half a mark distance between us, and it drives her insane. I think it's hilarious. It's always half a mark. Alright, the next one is a really, really important one, and that's to stay away from distractions. Now, this doesn't just mean, like the internet when you're studying. This also applies to alcohol and drugs and all the parties that go on. It also applies very heavily to the people that you spend time with, both at school and outside of school, because they are going to have a lot of influence on your actions and your attitude and basically everything to do with school. So if you know that somebody is going to distract you during class or when you're trying to do studying for a big exam, stay away from them.
We've had experience in that quite a lot in a lot of last year. Respect your teachers. We've had a few teachers that
Drove us insane.
literally drove us insane. But if you don't respect them, then quite clearly they're not going to respect you, which means that you won't do anything.
Make sure you have fun. I know that school's about work, but you can't just sit there going, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. Actually enjoy it. Like, you get to hang out with your friends. You do have some awesome classes like drama and art and music and all that kind of stuff. Class can be fun if you make it fun.
If you don't, you're just...
Actually, and particularly at lunchtime, don't just mope around trying to do more work. Actually, just take a break and hang out with your friends. Because school is not meant to be all about the work, even though that's what the teachers say.
True. Sleep. Guys. Sleep. I've had a lack of sleep, okay? Okay. Sleep deprivation. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
It is quite... yes.
Speaking as someone who spends a lot of time on the internet, I know how easily time goes. Like, I know that 1 minute it's 7 o'clock, the next minute it's 11 o'clock. But on a school night, you need to keep an eye on the time. And please just go to sleep, because I know what it's like to be at school on about 2 hours of sleep, and it's horrible. So, what I find really useful is to set yourself a time when you're going to turn off your computer. Set yourself a time when you're going to stop playing on your phone, and set yourself a time that you're going to be going to sleep, because that's the only way you're actually going to go to sleep before about 1 in the morning.
I actually go to bed between 10 and 11 o'clock most nights, but if I can't, I'm just like, nah, stuff this, and I just get back on my phone and be like, I'll be on here for a little bit. 2 hours later, I'm still awake.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's all the tips we have for you guys. Hopefully it helped you and you listened to us. If you've got any other helpful hints that you have, maybe leave them in the comments below. All our social media links are in the description. Please follow us. Also, click the thumbs up button if this video helped you. And also, even
if you didn't like it, still thumbs up.
And also click that subscribe button, because we're going to try and upload on here every single Sunday. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Goodbye!
Bye!